Fine to be on YouTube. Then once when your homeboy hits you up. Right, okay. Let's start this now. I'm gonna just do this. I'm just gonna make a beat. I'm just gonna go make a beat. Let's just silence this, and then like if anybody needs to contact me, they can just message me out there. Okay, that's silent. Right, yeah. So I'm just gonna make a beat. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm just gonna go roll for it because this streaming business sometimes, man, could just do your head in. But yeah, it's hard times. For a lot of people, there's a lot of people self-isolated, a lot of people cut off. You know, shout out to those people that, you know, what's the word that I can use? Shout out to the people that, you know, are having hard times. Well, you know, maybe their mental health's been affected, or maybe they're a bit scared, apprehensive, worried, you know, like I said, cut off. There's a lot of people that don't have, you know, they might live by themselves and, you know, usually they'd be independent, but because they're self-isolating, it's a different experience for them, because obviously, like, if you live by yourself, a lot of people are independent. They can come and go as they please. They might say, oh, I'll pop round to my friend's house, or they make plans or whatever. But then when you're not hooking up with people and you're at home by yourself, it can be a bit different. It takes a bit of adjusting, and you're relying on social media and, you know, other technologies to kind of keep your hopes up. And then, like for me, I have my little creature comforts. I mean, I'm blessed that I've got like a studio. I could just mess about and with music and stuff. But yeah, there's just little things that you would do on a normal time that would lift your spirits up. You know, like for me, I just give myself treats. You know, go to shops, get some treats, or I might go to cinema, or, you know, I might hang out with some friends and stuff like that. Just little things that you take for granted. But like I said, I'm just blessed that I'm, you know, able to, you know, make music and stuff like that. So, like, part of this is just me saying, you know, I'm doing well, I'm alright and stuff. So, you know, any of my peeps, if you're here, just join in the chats and stuff, and, you know, let's have a bit of a conversation and stuff. But probably the best time, yeah, probably the best time, don't even know what I was going to say now. This is totally thrown me off. But yeah, it's probably the best time for me to just like make music and stuff, because usually I'm just like working and stuff, so I haven't been able to like make music for ages. But this is one of my releases. Like if I've had a tough week or whatever, even if I'm having a good time, I could just put all my energy into making music, and that's that. So yeah, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna, like, for a minute, I'm just gonna play you a beat, and then let's see what happens. If you can hear this, you can hear this. If you can't hear it, just let us know. Right, just 1 minute. I am going to. Yeah, shout out to all those people who know how to live stream and can multitask, and, you know, they've got this whole dropping links in the main social media places locked down and stuff, because I don't know. Anyway, so I made this beat last week. I made this beat last week, and I was actually recording it, and this is what I mean, like, this whole sort of YouTube streaming stuff. I've done streaming before, that's not a problem, but when you want to do it as a beat session, live studio, completely different, man, and it's, you know, it's been crazy. But I made this beat, tried to record it, and I got the audio, but I didn't get the video through this whole sort of live streaming stuff. So anyway, this is the beat that I got. This is on Ableton. So yeah, I might as well just make a beat on Ableton, and then just call it quits, because I want to just chill out and watch some movies. Anyway, here we go. Shout out Mac. Yeah, guys, if you got any questions or anything like that, just let us know. I might just move this camera so that you can see what I'm doing in a minute. So I'm just gonna, like I said, yeah, I'm just gonna, like I said, just make a quick beat and see what's happening. So yeah, and I'm back. And I'm about to say crazy beat. That was just a quick beat that I did on there. Yo, do you know what? I might just play you another beat. Let's see what else I got in here. Yo, so Alex just asked me if I switch notes without changing. Yo, let me read that again. So it says, yeah, do you switch notes on the sample without messing with the tempo? Let me get out of this. Right, you guys can't see actually what I'm doing, but right, I'm gonna turn this camera around so that you guys can see what actually I'm doing. Let's see if this actually works. Let's see. Just watch out 1 minute. Let me just, because I can actually see. Oh yeah, that's alright. Yeah, I need one of those fancy gadgets like an iPad or something like that so you can see. Right, okay, so you know how it goes anyway. So as you can see up here, I've just sliced up the samples into different bits. I just do lazy chop. So I can show you lazy chop, but I just usually just do lazy chop when it comes to making beats, because that's just how I am. I know people like time stretch the beat to the project and all that stuff. So if the beat was like, I don't know, 70 or 80 BPM, you know, your project would be that, and then you just time stretch it and work around it. I'm just stubborn, and as cool as it is, like for me, I'll bend a little bit, but if I want to make a beat in 92 BPM and I can do it, then I will do it, because that's just how I am. So I'll just chop the beat and then work around it with a groove, and then if I have to change the tempo, I will do. But the beat still does dictate, the track still does dictate kind of what BPM it's going to be. But for me, if you do a lazy chop, if you're slicing the samples, then you should have a bit of bend. You still should be able to make a beat how you want to. It's just how you slice those beats up. If you do long samples, then it's not gonna fit as much. But these are like short samples, so if I wanted to do like a really slow yeah, anyway, it's easier just to show you how I make beats, and then let's see how it goes. But yeah, I hope that's helpful. Right, okay, so let's see if I can make a beat. So that's not what I wanted to do. Right, okay. So if I jump onto here, yeah, you can see this. No. What's that all about? Yep. So I'm going to try and do this. Not going to try. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a beat with this. Studs for Beats Battle. So it says use at least 2 samples from different songs. All right. Okay. It's another beats. Right, okay. So yeah, I'm just going to find the beat. So let's change. So let's change this some. Let's change the track and then see what happens. So yeah. Yeah, let us know if you can actually hear like me and hear the beat. Is the beat too quiet? Is it the right kind of sounds? Is it the right level? Right, okay. So I've got my own template. I don't need to save it. Right, so I've got my own template. And then I'm going to go browsing for my beats. So it should be in my chops folder. So much easier just going into chops and then just finding the sample and then just doing it that way. Then once where right. So here we go. Let's drag this over to here. Yeah, do you know what? So much different. Like it's so private when you make your own beats at your yard and stuff. I like nobody seeing like your desktop and anything else. It's like so intrusive. Like people actually like seeing your desktop and thing on. So. They can see what plugins you got, what you downloaded. Not that I've got anything dodgy that I downloaded, but you know it is, man. But yeah, I just don't like people seeing my samples and stuff like that. I'm just cool like that. Anyway, so yeah, I've got my sample. Right, so basically like the challenge is to take 2 samples from this. I'm definitely using that. Yo, Alamak, you should really do some flips with the Stones for beat battles and stuff. This is gonna be hard. Well, it's not gonna be hard. I might have to flip 2 tracks, but just do 1 for now. But Mano Dibango, you know, yeah, this is a dedication to you, mate. Alright, we're gonna go with this one. Let's see what happens. I might have to just scrap this. Oh, do you know what? I'm only gonna scrap this. Right, okay. So yeah, I kind of don't do much talking usually when I'm like making beats. I just usually just get straight into it. But obviously this is different. This is what a lot of people would do when they're chopping samples. So the computer already like chooses where the slices are. So obviously you've got transient as a setup. So usually that's like the transients are usually like sort of like where the beat hits. So like usually like if you were slicing drums, like it will find out which bits, the quiet bits, and which bits are the loud bits, and usually go for the loud bits, and then put slice markers in that. So that's why you can hear that sax, the sax. And then beat is usually like the division of the song, so house, quarters, 16ths, if that all makes sense to you. And then like the region and stuff, that's usually just split into little bits. Do you know what? I really don't want to talk. I just want to make beats. Alright, but I'll probably go into it another time and explain why I do what do we call it? Manual chopping or lazy chopping. But I just want to get into this beat making basically, so I'm not going to ramble on anymore. So basically we're manual, we do slicing, and I'm just going to chop this lazy chop style, and you should be able to hear it. So I'm just going to do a lot of this by ear and not by sight, so you should get the gist of this. Zoom. Yeah, anybody that's watching this, if you've got Ableton like push and you have this problem where it doesn't zoom in, so you can't actually see the actual sample on your screen, let us know, because I kind of feel like this is defeating the point. But anyway, I can hear it now, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, okay. We're just gonna keep this simple. Yeah, we'll keep this simple. So I'm just going to make a drum. Well, I'm just gonna record this and then make a drum pattern out. Drum pattern next. Right, okay. So let's delete that because that didn't work, obviously. One thing that I keep forgetting to do sometimes with Ableton is one of the things that I forget to keep doing is making sure that the metronome is on. So let's start again. Right, okay. So this is when I bet there's a bunch of people that are just like laughing right now, but yeah, this is when the beat wins, and you have to start chopping. Well, not chopping the sample, but basically making sure the sample is on time to the beat. This is where I have to compromise a little bit. Right, so already in my head, I know what I'm going to do. It's just a matter of finding the right sounds, but, you know, let's see what happens. Yeah, let's go for that. Yeah, what happened there? I wonder if I'm getting latency because of streaming. Let's play it. Let's keep going. So basically I'm just going to lay some drums and see what happens. Why does it keep doing that? Two, three, four. so let's add a bit of reverb, not reverb, delay to that. Yeah, one of the things that I really like about metronome. D10. How do you, anyway, don't know how you reply to, anyway, I can't. Anyway, let's just carry on with this. I think, man, I'm gonna need a moderator at one point. Right, okay, let's just keep going on. Yeah, my real name is Stephen. How you doing, D-Tech Consulting. Funny enough, don't often use the metronome. Is that an issue? Metronome's not really an issue. If your setup's right, then that's all good. It just depends on your setup, really. Let me just make sure this doesn't time out, because I can't then see your things. Yeah, no, metronome's not really a problem. I just use it because of my setup and stuff, especially when I'm doing this live stream as well. I want to be able to hear everything, and but yeah, it just, like I said, it just depends on your setup, really. There's times when I haven't had to use the metronome and stuff, so it's cool. But for me, when I'm just like laying down drums and stuff, then it's all good. But for some people, they won't use a metronome just because, I don't know, maybe they just programming beats. So because I try and play everything in live, metronome's important. But having said that, there's times when I'll just make a drum beat and then that drum beat becomes my metronome. Do you know what I mean? Like my hi-hat will be my metronome, and that's basically everything goes around that groove, works around that groove. So I love that. I love putting a not reverb, delay on my beats. So we've got the main bit of the song, but I kind of need to have different bits to this, so I'm going to need to find some sort of a groove. Let's go for that. So pattern 2. I don't want that bit. Right, we'll have that bit. And then we'll do another one. Right, okay. Let's redo that again. See, it's just about experimenting with what sound you've got. Messed up again. Right, so yeah, it's just about experimenting with what sounds that you got. I always like to think of like chopping samples, just basically just like opening up your fridge, your freezer, see what you got, see what ingredients you got, and then just basically mixing it together. So this is kind of like cooking with DJ Agent M. Alamak knows all about cooking. You should check him out. Alamak is like the super chef. Yeah, he's like the super chef and stuff, so you should really check him out. He's got a project coming out soon. Put you out there, mate. He's got a project called the a la carte. You should check it out when it comes out. Obviously I'll share it and make sure you guys know, but make sure you like follow Alamak Beats on YouTube and Instagram and stuff. But yeah, just holler him and harass him and ask him when his album's coming out. But yeah, reason I'm bigging up Alamak is because he's one of those guys that, how do I put it? It's kind of like that Messi Ronaldo. Not that I'm saying like I'm Messi or Ronaldo, but it's kind of that kind of thing where it's like there's a little bit of rivalry going on there, but it's a healthy rivalry. Like I'll go around to his studio, he'll play me some beats, and then that inspires me to, make better beats and stuff. It's kind of like, how do I put it? Like the stories of Jay Dilla like phoning up Pete Rock with a beat, and then Pete Rock shaking his head, thinking, "Well, I'm gonna have to work twice as hard because what Jay Dilla's doing." And I heard stuff like Ninth Wonder coming into like DJ Premier's studio, and Premier's like giving him some records out of his like, I don't know, his trash like stash, and like Ninth Wonder knocking on the door and saying, have a listen to this, and then Premier's just like, well, I gave you the scraps and you made some bangers out of it. But this is what I mean. It's like, it's just that healthy rivalry that we have and stuff. I love that. He'll play me some beats and then I'll just like screw my face and think, right, okay, I need to work hard. But it stops you from being complacent. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's just finish off this beat and then let's see if I can make another one, and then I think I'm going to be out. But if you've got any questions, like I said, I think I've answered a few of them. Shoot. See, my cousin's tuning in. That's madness. Hi Don. How you doing? I'm just gonna just carry on with this beat and see what I got. So So I think the drums are alright. I'm going to fatten up the drums in a minute with the drum bus. So for those of you that haven't used Ableton before, just ask me a few questions and then I can like run through the Ableton for you and stuff. But yeah, this is basically the push. I'm just going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to put another section to this and then maybe an intro and then just leave it at that. So let me just click record again. Right, so that should work. Right, not that it needs any bass. Right, so not that it needs any bass, but I'm going to add some bass to it. I'm going to duplicate this track and I'm going to copy these drums to here, which is very important. Right, so I've copied these tracks to here and right, okay, so I'm going to add a filter to this channel over here. So I've duplicated all of the patterns, the arrangements, clips, however you want to put it, and now I am going to add a filter. One of the funniest things about like making beats, for me anyway, is just the fact that I can switch from using MPC to Machine to Serato Sample to Logic, and then sometimes you forget, like, it's kind of, well, not muscle memory, but you can forget like where you find everything. So where all the folders are, where all the settings are and stuff like that. So if you haven't, like, I haven't used Ableton properly for maybe like 2 months, but so while I'm talking, I've forgetting where I've put everything. Right, okay, so I'm looking for my filter, which is, there you go. I always use this one because if anything happens to my other filter, so basically this is the watered down version, and then I've got the full version of filter right there. But I've had problems before where, I don't know, the dongle that I have doesn't work, of it's, I don't know, something's happened where I can't find a license, and then I can't use the filter on that track. Is that making sense? So yeah, when I come to load up a track from 2 years ago or whatever, and it's had that filter on that track, but something's happened with the license, it totally like screws up the whole track, and it sounds really weird. So even though I bought the full license here, I just use this one because you don't need a dongle. Anyway, let's just throw a filter on this and then let's see what happens. Oops. Right, let's throw a filter on this. yeah, this sound quite nice with some scratches on it. It's kind of got that static selector kind of feel to it. Can we do anything? Right, we'll have this as an intro and then we'll call it a day. Right, so that's simple. Let's copy that over. And then we don't need anything else. Okay. Right. Last thing. How long have I been on here? This must have been ages. Let's do some drum. Let's process the drums and then call it a day. In fact, I just had a brilliant idea. Let's process these drums. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Right. Let's process these drums. Put drum bus on. Audio effects, that's why. okay, so yeah, all I did with this was just with the drum bus. One of the things that I like about this Ableton version of Ableton 10 is just basically like the drum bus. Yeah, it's just got basically, it's similar to Transient Master for Native Instruments. It just basically it just makes the drums fatter. It can make the snare and the kick tighter. Yeah, and it also, like, to me, it just kind of just compresses the whole kind of compresses the whole sound. Your kicks can be meatier. Like I said, your snare can be tighter. And you can also, like, if your drum kit sounds too clean, you can basically just like dirty up a bit. So you just basically do all the stuff that you'd want with drums, especially, like I said, if you download some drum sounds and it just doesn't sound good, or you've taken different samples from different drum kits and you try to put them together and stuff like that, and it kind of doesn't sound right. It makes it sound right. It's just takes a lot of it just saves a lot of time, to be honest with you, but I kind of like it because it works, especially when they're doing beat challenges and they might just say, right, okay, here's some stock sounds, here's some sounds, and you're not allowed to use any kind of like your own drum samples and stuff like that. It's just basically use whatever's in this track. And sometimes, yeah, you have to be creative because, you know, the drums might not be knocking, there might be kind of weak drums, and you kind of want to make them sound how you want. So, yeah, I really like using Ableton for stuff like that. Yeah, I hope this has been good. Yeah, do you know what? I was going to make another beat, but what I'm going to try and do is actually see if I can, like, let's see if Virtual DJ will work with this. Have I got any acapellas on there? So that'll put instance of Virtual DJ, see what happens. Okay, so I got Virtual DJ. This is something that I like to do, but it only works if... yes. Please say I've got this on me. Let's try this. Sick. What are we on? Right, so the beat is on... what BPM is it? It's about 85, I think. Let's see. Right, you'll have to excuse file not found. Right, okay.
Yes. Light up the sky like the 4th of July. Light up the sky like the 4th of July. Everything in this life, son, they got two sides. Part 1, part 2.
Right, okay. Let's see if this works right.
Light up the sky like the 4th of July.
Let's do this as a test and then see what happens. So basically I just got Virtual DJ and I've just loaded up an acapella onto this track over here. I'm gonna have a look and see what the BPM is. It's 86 BPM. Okay, that's all good. I don't. Let's do it. Let's see what happens first. Right, yeah, this is where things start to go stupid, because I don't know what the heck happened there, but I might just speak all there.
Fantastic, furious like the five from P-Long, Brooklyn phenom. This all peons, flow for eons. Most step is beyond the fact most cats can agree on. As we on the same frequency, if not changing down and get on it. I flip Elizabethan and Rabonics, keep heat like comets. We speech. Flow for eons. Most step is beyond the fact. Yes, 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 yes. Woo! Ha ha. Yes, 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 yes. Woo!
Right, okay. Let's find another. See. Let's find another acapella. I haven't got many acapellas on here, so. Let's do this big shook. Not file not found. Right. Funk dubious, file not found. File not found. We're not doing very good here, Major Luck. No, right, let's do the Mustaf one, because Mustaf is there.
Bucka, 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 bucka. Ha ha. You know the deal. This is me, dog. Beats by Supremo. Bucka, 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 bucka. Bucka, bucka, bucka. Yo, check it one for Char. Yo, check it one for. for Charlie.
Right, okay, so we should have it there.
1 for Charlie Hustle, 2 for Steady Rock.
Yeah, see, this works.
For Charlie Hustle, 2 for Steady Rock, 3 for the forthcoming live future shot. It's 5 dimensions, 6 senses, 7 firmaments of heaven and hell, 8 million stories to tell, 9 planets faithfully keep an orbit with the probable temp. The universe expands length, the body of my text possess extra strength. Power lifted, powerless, up out of this towering inferno, lighting so hot it burned through the journal. I'm blacker than midnight on Broadway and Myrtle. Hip-hop past all your tall social hurdles like the nationwide progress prison industry complex. Working class poor, better keep your alarm set. Streets too loud to ever hear freedom ring. Say evacuate your sleep. It's dangerous to dream, but your chain cat get they bam. You dead now. Killing fields need blood to graze the cash cow. It's a numbers game, but shit don't add up somehow. Like I got 16 to 32 bars to rock it, but only 15% of profits. Ever seen my pockets like 69 billion in the last 20 years spent on national defense, but folks still live in fear like nearly half of America's largest cities is 1/4 black. That's why they gave Ricky Ross all a crack. 16 ounces to a pound, 20 more to a key. A 5-minute sentence here and then you no longer free. 40% of Americans own a cell phone so they can hear everything that you say when you ain't home. I guess Michael Jackson was right. You are not alone. Rock your hard hat black as you in the terror dome. Full of hard niggas, large niggas, dice tumblers, young teens in prison greens facing life numbers. Crack mothers, crack babies, and AIDS patients. Young bloods can't spell, but they can rock you at PlayStation. The Snoo Mab is whipping motherfuckers' ass. You wanna know how to rhyme? You better learn how to add. It's mathematics.
Somebody most definitely.
It's simple mathematics. Check it out. I revolve around science.
What are we talking about here?
Right, okay, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna end on there. So yeah, that's just a glimpse of my beat process. Yeah, sometimes I like to throw an acapella onto a beat. Like right behind me, I've got a DJ set up, but sometimes it's just quicker to just load up virtual DJ and just find the acapella and then see if it works. So yeah, guys, I'm just gonna shoot off and go watch a movie and eat some food. So hope you guys are well. Hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah, just let us know what you thought. If you've got any questions for the next one, I'll probably do that in the next few days or whatever when I get a chance. Just let me know. But thanks to everybody that tuned in. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.